Let's talk about some NFL news because training camp is in. It's happening. Teams are practicing all over, and we've got 3 running backs this week who some of them were hold in, some of them were not, but they all got paid. Bijan Robinson, Jonathan Taylor, Jahmyr Gibbs are all now under new contracts.
Yes. These are the 3 top running backs in the NFL, along with Saquon and Derrick Henry. You can put them in whatever order you want. That's my opinion. I don't feel like there's a surefire number 1, but closest would probably
what about McCaffrey, huh?
He's too injury prone, in my opinion.
Well, McCaffrey's in there, but to Josh's point, he had over 400 touches last year. Usually that means the next year you're going to get hurt this year.
Yes.
And Achane and James Cook.
Achane's not in the top 5. I think James Cook actually
was the 5th leading rusher last year. He had 1,350 yards.
He's a decent back, but I don't think of him as a game-changing back the way I think of Cook, Derrick Henry, Saquon, Jahmyr Gibbs, Bijan Robinson.
The fact that 32 is so old
Taylor.
in the NFL, like Derrick Henry, I hope he keeps going, man. But
not
with the freaking Ravens, of course.
So here's the thing about running backs, guys, and I have always said this, and the running back position has been taking on a little bit of a renaissance. As we know, the last few years, running backs have felt more important. The league is sort of going back to this run the ball, play defense to safety type of league. We've seen sort of the reinvention of the running back position. However, a lot of the running back success does have to do with the strength of the offensive line. Saquon Barkley did have over 1,000 yards last year, and everybody said he was washed because he was getting tackled in the backfield half the time because the play calling was predictable and the offensive line wasn't up to Philadelphia Eagles standards. When I look at contracts and extensions, it's one of the reasons why I don't love to do these topics, because it's not about the money. It's not. Of course, you're going to get an extension, and Atlanta has to extend Bijan Robinson because they don't have a quarterback, so they're going to extend Bijan Robinson. Indianapolis doesn't have a quarterback. They might, who knows, with Daniel Jones' situation, but they're going to extend Jonathan Taylor. Detroit, yes, they're going to extend Jahmyr Gibbs because he is one of one. He's arguably right there with Achane, the fastest back in the league. They let go of David Montgomery in order to do so. But it's not about the years. It's not about the money. It's not even about the guarantee. The only number that really matters when it comes to these contract extensions is what is your cap hit this year and beyond. Can I extend you 2 or 3 years so I can actually lower your cap hit? You can get the same amount of money in signing bonuses, etc., but I can lower your cap hit so I can build my team to have more success for you. And contract extensions in the NFL, as we know, they don't mean much. I mean, I'm going to give you an extreme example here, but let's just say, for example, Jonathan Taylor's been in the league since, I think, 2018. I think he was a second-round pick out of Wisconsin. I think it was the 2018
second rounder. I'm trying to remember.
I'm going to give an example for you. If he falls off a cliff this year because the Colts are bad and they're struggling and he doesn't have the same year, what's going to stop them from cutting him next year? Nothing.
Oh, he was 2020. Holy crap.
2020. So that's my point. He's been in the league 7 years. The average running back shelf life is 7 years. So there's a possibility, this guy signed an extension. What's going to stop me from cutting him or trading him next offseason? Nothing.
Nick Chubb injury. Screw you, Steelers.
That's why I don't like these contract extension stories. It's like slow news days where it's like, this guy got an extension. Let's spend a whole day on it on the radio. For what? We're wasting time.
We've got baseball to cover, man.
See, I think all 3 of these are more significant than both of you are leading on. Because, like you said, in Atlanta, they don't have a quarterback. Whether it's Tua or Michael Penix, I don't trust either one of them.
And both of them are hurt right now, by the way.
Bijan's their primary offense.
Well, that's my point. Of course you're going to extend him. So I don't care. Of course you're going to extend him.
Yes. And in Detroit, they traded David Montgomery because they believe so much in Jahmyr Gibbs, but now he's the primary guy. Like, they broke up Sonic and Knuckles. So I want to see how that goes. But it's Indy I'm most interested in with Jonathan Taylor, because prior to his injury, Daniel Jones was playing really well, and the Colts looked like a legit threat.
And the trade for Sauce Gardner, I don't know what happened, but are we forgetting you can't do anything with Jeremiah Love's contract in Arizona because he's on a rookie deal? That's hilarious to me.
Yeah. And thank you for adding that. A running back got drafted 3rd overall, and we were saying if the Cardinals didn't take him, maybe the Titans would have taken him 4th overall. So that shows you the value of a running back. Hell, the Super Bowl MVP was a running back.
Well, but to your point, guess what they did? They did not re-sign him.
I know, but he got a big contract.
He did, because Kansas City hadn't had a run game in 3 years, and Mahomes was coming off an injury.
Dude, Walker is going to be fun to watch in Arrowhead this year.
He is, but also Seattle said we have Charbonnet, and they had the kid they drafted out of
Charbonnet's got some burst.
Notre Dame, who was Jeremiah Love's backup last year. So like it just depends on the makeup of your team. Like again, when you don't have a run game for a long time and you bring in a running back, it's very similar to what Philadelphia did with Saquon, very similar to what Baltimore did with Derrick Henry, what Kansas City's trying to do with Kenneth Walker. I get it, but history tells you usually, and this could change because of the way the position has been the last 2-3 years, usually when a team pays a running back top dollar, it is because they don't have a quarterback and they need someone to give them the ball.
Fair enough, but I love that these 3 got paid. It shows that the value of the running back. I've been saying it for years, not just on this show, but over on my own show. I hate how much like the quarterback gets all the praise, and the quarterback should win MVP, and the quarterback should win Super Bowl MVP. No, like if Matt Stafford, if he throws a 10-yard throw or pass rather to Puka Nacua and it ends up turning into a 20-yard play, who made that play? Was it Matt Stafford or was it Puka? I'm sorry. It was Puka.
Probably both. Probably because Stafford had to throw a really good ball and actually get the ball to Puka. The offensive line, because they had to protect Stafford enough for him to get that ball out to Puka. Puka to be able to make the play. It all works. The NFL was very simple, guys. On offense, all 11 guys have to do their job perfectly or the play gets disrupted.
And yet it's always the damn quarterback getting the most credit, and I will always
I don't know why, because outside of Seattle, who Sam Darnold played like a top 10 quarterback this year throughout the whole season. Outside of them, name me the team the last 20 years that didn't have a top 10 quarterback win the Super Bowl. I'll give you one. Philly with Nick Foles. That's it. And it was because Nick came in at the end of the year.
But also because he had freaking Alshon Jeffrey on the outside. He had Zach Ertz.
Yeah, and he also threw for 350 yards and rightfully won the Super Bowl MVP because he was the best player on the field that day.
I'm trying to remember your other big wide receiver that you had on that team. It was Alshon.
It was Torrey Smith, and Nelson Aguilar had a career year that year.
Okay, so Alshon was your main wide receiver, but you also
Alshon was the number one. He had a great year that year, yes.
Yes, and you brought in Jay Ajayi to complement at the running back position.
Along with LeGarrette Blount, yes, and Zach Ertz at tight end.
Exactly. You're making my point for me.
How am I making your point when the quarterback makes the plays?
Just because the quarterback is is the one getting the ball to these guys doesn't mean he's the one making the play.
Okay.
It doesn't.
Let me ask you a question. What's the biggest reason why the Patriots made the Super Bowl this year, even though they got killed in the game? What's the biggest reason they got there? Because they were a 3-win team 2 years ago. So why did they get there? Gee, I don't know. They got Drake May. Joe Burrow took the worst offensive line in the history of the NFL to the Super Bowl. Justin Herbert got the Chargers to the playoffs with a 32nd ranked offensive line in football last year. With, by the way, both of his tackles were injured the whole year. And by the way, your Browns would probably win 9 games if they had a legitimate quarterback, but they don't.
Truth.
I will continue to hate it.